it was excellent because what I appreciated most about the program was essentially the way that it allowed you to use whatever kind of career experiences you already had and bring them into this very specific Solana on-chain context. I really appreciated that. I felt like I was able to kind of quickly skill up in some of those areas because I came in with some prior knowledge in some other product development side. And so it wasn't just like, a typical like coding boot camp where you're just working through some different tutorial problems. But instead this idea of like, hey, how can you use whatever skill sets you already bring and then deploy them in a Solana context. So I think it was incredibly helpful to prepare me for a role like this one. Yeah, so certainly just this idea of getting the most out of your various team members. I really appreciated the Turbine method of like, hey, here's the problem that we're working on, figure out who to interact with. Because people bring such a variety of skill sets to the fold. And so I think it's exciting to kind of see specifically our company. We have a couple of people that are like very in tune with what's going on in Solana, and some people that are focused on some other blockchains and some other areas. And what we see most is that like all of everyone's shared context brings about these great ideas. And I feel like Turbine really highlighted that by way of bringing together a very varied set of people and figuring out how to work through problems together. So I think it certainly, from the product development side, thinking really clearly about what features to include or not include in any sort of technical build, I think that piece of it, I gained some additional skill set in that area through the Turbine program, and then was able to really kind of bring that to bear while talking with Compute Labs, and now in actual, our production builds, figuring out again exactly the key points to prioritize and what things to let go to not overscope things. I think it gave me a ton of confidence. I had previously done some other slight Solana coding development work and some different tutorials and online things. But just the idea of again, like as someone that was a little bit more of a seasoned professional coming in, it absolutely gave me the confidence that like, yes, I can apply this skill set towards blockchain development and don't need to feel like I'm completely outclassed or unable to do it. At the end of the day, it's engineering. And so I think, again, the method of working through problems within Turbine really helped me gain the confidence of like, yes, I can take these prior engineering skills and apply them to this specific world. Yeah, it's totally like many other things, what you put into it. The idea that you can push yourself incredibly hard to not just deploy and do and build what is asked of you, but figure out like, okay, what sort of variants of this can I create? That type of thinking, it absolutely carries through to any type of work. And so I think what I've seen is that the program does an incredible job of laying out a good pathway of like, hey, if you take on these various projects fully, you're going to be able to have a basic set of skills to be competent into some sort of like blockchain development role. However, what then it's up to each individual person is to figure out like, okay, well, hey, maybe I lean a little bit more towards marketing. Maybe I lean a little bit more towards infrastructure. Maybe I lean a little bit more towards product development. And so to really use the program as a jumping off point to apply those skill sets on top of this context layer.